So, how did I get started reading tarot? I just did it, like straight up. I've always, for the last few years I've been like avid studier. I was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? But I did a lot of studying spirituality, and I'm not talking about just like chakras and all that type shit. No, I'm talking about like Hermes Trismegistus. You know what I mean? Enoch. You know what I'm saying? Just like spirituality. You know, the Kabbalah. Man, I'm just. I just went down a long road, man, a long road with just, I started breaking down the Bible instead of reading it for religious purposes. I started reading it for research purposes. I want to know where he's from, I want to know something about culture and having a background, something like that. And so I started watching little readings on YouTube, just like nothing like specific. It wasn't like a studying thing. It was just like, shit, I want to hear what they got to say about Capricorn, because I was watching this reading and old girl said something about the little chick I was fucking with, and shit was true. Like everything that she said was happening was finna happen. So I was like, that's dope, you know what I mean? So I got into it a little bit, just like watching the videos, trying to find out about myself. And one day I was on Wish, and I just ordered a little Wildwood tarot deck. I just ordered it. Fuck it. It was like $3 and some cents. It was like $5 and some change with shipping and handling and all that. I was like, well, fuck it. I'll do that. I'll bite. I didn't have any intentions or anything like that. I just ordered it. Just like, fuck it. I want a tarot deck. And so they said it was going to be in like 30 days or whatever like that. It came in 33 days. It was 3 days late. I got it over my people crib. Bust that boy open. I jumped on YouTube and was like, okay, well, what you supposed to do when you first get a tarot deck? So I watched a couple videos, and it was one that I liked that, was straight to me. It was just like the first night you wrap your deck up in the natural cloth, put it up under your pillow, sleep with it up under your pillow. The second day, you leave your your deck in the windowsill so it can charge up in the sunlight, and you want it to charge up in the moonlight. So like it's like the whole day and the whole night. So this is like a 3-day process basically. And then the third day, after the sun breaks, from the night, you go through your cards one by one. You want that 24-hour period because you want to get every bit of sun and every bit of moon that it's going to get. But you go through your cards one by one. You don't just sit there, just get to know them. Look at them and just, hey, what's going on? Ace of Stones. What's going on? Two of Stones. What's going on? Three of Stones. And just going through them, And so that's the 3-day process. Now, through that 3 days, I read like the Tarot Bible or some shit like that, like something really, really elementary, like really elementary. And it was about regular tarot. It wasn't even like Wildwood tarot and regular tarot. It's tarot, but it's a little bit different. Like Wildwood is a story about the wanderer, and regular tarot has the fool. You know what I mean? So it's just like different characters, and different pictures, they have different meanings. At the end you come to the, in the beginning you go in Wildwood, you go to the shaman, and regular tarot you go to the magician. And Wildwood you deal with the empress and the emperor. In Wildwood you deal with the green man and the green woman. And regular tarot you deal with the emperor and the empress. Wildwood, the last place you come to is the world tree, and regular tarot, the last place you come to is the world. So it's just, they got their similarities, but they are different. They have cards that are just like completely different. They don't have number 5, the chariot. They have number 7, the archer. And those relate, but they're still different. You feel me? So it wasn't the same, needless to say, after I read the book. And I read the book during this 3-day, like the first 2 days of that 3-day process of the whole little ritual with the cards. I read the book and was done with it. You know what I mean? I don't even remember. It was like this thick, but I mean, it wasn't really all that big of a book, you know what I mean? But it had enough pages in it. I knocked that joint out like, okay, so because once I got my deck, I was anxious. And like, no bullshit, I pulled my deck out and just started fucking with my people, just started reading, and I was good. Like literally with like 3 days, man, I was going live on Facebook, like, y'all check me out, fuck with me on this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was good, you know, and I didn't believe it. I was just like, man, what the fuck ever, y'all pulling my leg. You know, there's no way I'm good at this shit like this, you know? And motherfuckers was just like testifying, like giving me, like after a while, like motherfuckers was giving me testimony after testimony after testimony, like, dude, you are fucking awesome. And half the times I wasn't even remembering the fucking reading. Like right after, like, okay, well, that's your reading, and they be like, well, such and I'd be like, I don't even remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to talk about it later on, like, I don't even remember that shit. You know, and there was just something to it, you know. All I know is that in the beginning, I was getting all these chills and goosebumps. I still get them, but I was getting them bad, man. It was just like the spirits was having a field day with my ass, like, ooh, tell him this, ooh, tell him that, tell him this, tell him that. You know, and it wasn't like I was hearing voices or anything. I was just saying what I saw in the cars. I was just talking about the pictures. You know, that's it. You know, who knew that I was really helping people out? And I think what really got me was doing one of my own readings for my own sign and going back and listening to it like weeks later, like, fuck, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that shit resonated like big time, you know? And so that made me a little bit more of a believer, a little bit. You know, who knew, man? Who knew? And then, like, the dopest part about it was, like, I had this void, like, my whole life, man. It was just like this whole little void was just missing. It's just like felt something was missing. Something missing. And when I got my deck 3 days late, man, that fucking void was gone. And it never came back. Never came back, man. I got some experiences with my deck, man. They've helped me through some things. They helped me through this wild-ass dream that I had all my life. They helped me through a situation with my father that was out cold. Yo, I'm talking about this deck has literally helped to change my life, helped to shape my life in a way that I never expected. I found so much peace. Like, you would think that as good as I am, I would do readings on myself every day. Like, oh, let me wake up, do this reading, and go to sleep and do this reading and make sure everything, oh, here's the decision, let me do this reading, but I don't. I rarely ever do readings on myself. And, you know, I just like to live life, you know, I guess. But I don't know, man. I'm good. You know, I'm good. This dream that I had. So when I was 4 years old, I went into a coma, and I went into this coma for 2 months. My birthday is January 11th. I went to sleep in November before Thanksgiving, and I woke up after my birthday. And it was crazy, you know. I woke up, you know, and I was hooked up to all these tubes and shit, and had a Christmas tree full of gifts, you know, like we was poor and shit. We didn't have any Christmases. So to see this Christmas tree full of gifts, I'm not gonna forget that shit. But I believe while I was under that, I had this reoccurring dream. And it was about wolves chasing me. You know, like I'm like in this national forest or something. And mind you, I'm like 4 or 5 fucking years old, and I'm running all this snow. Like, look at this snow. Like, more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm running, chucking. You know, and these wolves, they never caught me, you know, and that was the dream. That was it. You know, I'm just running, and they never caught me. Never caught me, never jumped in front of me, never surrounded me, none of that shit. I'm just running, and they never caught me. And a couple months after I started doing tarot, you know, I had a little office and some business I was conducting. And I went into the office one day, and my card, that's the King of Stones, which is a wolf howling at the moon, was there. Now, mind you, I've had this dream reoccurring all my life, just on me. These wolves always chasing me, never caught me, on me, though. You know what I mean? Like, all my life I've had this dream. And then I walk into my office and I see this card on this floor, and they hit me. Dog, these wolves been chasing you all your motherfucking life and they never caught you. Think about that shit. You 4 or 5 years old, they never caught you. Come the fuck on. In my mind, even as an adult, I'm still 4 or 5 years old in the dream because that's where it began. That's where it started. I couldn't see myself. I couldn't see myself at all. I could look back and I seen these wolves coming. That's it. None on the sides, none in front of me. When I look back, I see these wolves. And that's all I could see was just like POV, point of view. All I could see was what was in front of me, my own eyes. You know, and it hit me. It hit me that card and that dream, that the card was telling me, dude, in that dream, the reason why those wolves never surrounded you, why they never got in front of you, why they never caught you, why you could never see yourself, dude. You was a fucking wolf that whole time. Not only, excuse me, not only was it getting dark outside, not only was you a wolf, you was the wolf. You was like the head of the pack, the alpha wolf. You see what I'm saying? And that shit hit me like, wow. And man, when I tell you, I was like 42 fucking years old when this hit me. And I've had this dream since I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was in a coma for 2 months, you know, and I had the dream and it just kind of kept on going. It kept on going. It kept on hitting me. And here we are. You know, I actually died before I went into that coma. I died, you know, so, and they brought me back. And that's dope, right? And then one more major situation that I have with these cars that have me like a full-out faithful believer is December 26, 1998. I was 20 years old, and my dad had, well, before that date, my dad had got released. They released my dad from prison. He was about to pass away. He was sick. I was living in Atlanta at the time, and I came back to Michigan, and I actually moved to Indiana, to South Bend, Indiana, and I moved to South Bend, Indiana, and spent a little time down there. And you know, because my dad was in Benton Harbor, and I was like 20 minutes away, 20, 30 minutes away, you know, and, you know, so I spent that time with them. And I ended up going out to Long Beach, California with this female, my son's mother. And it was 2 weeks before my birthday. It was December 26th, you know, and I was talking to my dad. You know, shit was tight on us in Long Beach, and I was just ready to come home. It was like, Dad, help me out to come home. He like $150, you know, and he was getting a lot of money through his checks and all that shit, you know, and it was just like, just send me $150, please, so I can come home, you know. And we were going back and forth, arguing, talking about, you know, it's just like, dude, it's fucked up because you wasn't there like how you was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And you on your deathbed and you still acting this way. You know, so we're arguing. And then he died. Like right there on the phone. I mean, he didn't die right then, but he went brain dead. That was last. That was it. You see what I'm saying? Like right there talking to me on the phone, like 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. Like, dude, you know, we were supposed to guide it in. Like, he had been telling me since I was 14 years old. Like, man, when you turn 21, I'm going to get you so fucked up. We're going to have so much fun. Da, 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 da. You know, so 2 weeks before my 21st birthday, he died talking to me on the phone. And that conversation haunted me for 22 years. 21, actually, that 22nd year, which was last December. I pulled out my deck, and I was just about in tears when I did it. Like, I just need this. You know what I'm saying? I need this. You know, and I had that conversation with my father, and everything made so much sense. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it helped me. And this was December 24th. Mind you, I have a problem getting through December 26th, but it leads up to it. December 26th is like, oh, it's the day I feel like shit, you know. But, you know, I had that conversation with my father, and it felt so real dealing with those cards, man. It was just like, all right, you got me, you know. And it made that day just wonderful, so beautiful. You know, I had another perspective to look at my father as. It was like, dude, he was fucked up. Da, 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 da. You taught me some fucked up shit. You taught me some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You taught me how to this. You taught me how to that. And it was fucked up. That's not what fathers do. Da, da, da. You talked a good game about family and all that. And that's what I listened to. Da, 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 da. You know, I was just talking shit. You know, in my head, it was just all fucked up. But in all actuality, through that conversation, it was just like, look, man, I love you very much. I wanted to be like this and that for you. But I couldn't. I had to make you who you are today. You had to go through a certain amount of pain to be as powerful and be as magical as you are today. I feel like my energy is driven through pain. I got abandonment issues, man. When I tell you, just a painful life, man. Capricorn sun, Aquarius moon, and then the motherfucking Pluto rising. Wow. Yeah, so my little journey had been one with these cards, man, with this tarot deck. You know, I feel honored to be here to share that journey with y'all as I go on to 1,000 subscribers right here on YouTube and be able to go live and be an actual YouTuber and all that type shit. It's dope, man. What an honor. What an honor to have this privilege, man, to be able to raise up my roses. And that's what you guys are to me. You guys are my roses. I call you roses because you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You make everything else beautiful. And you have thorns. Thorns prick you. Thorns hurt you. You see what I'm saying? Roses ain't perfect. Neither are you. But you're beautiful. And you're perfect just the way you are. Most definitely. Perfect just the way you are. I love each and every one of you spiritually. It's just in my spirit, it's in my nature, it's in my energy. I'm just a loving person. And it's funny, though, it's because I'm a complete asshole. Mean motherfucker, man, I am. You know, and I fully admit that shit. I don't give a fuck. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Goon, all that shit. But I'm really politically driven. I've done a lot of things for my people. I've done a lot of things for my community. Like a lot, like you wouldn't believe it. You know, I ain't from the slums. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from the ghetto, man. I'm from a fucked up spot. You can lose your life. You know? You can lose your life. For real. And especially when I was coming up through that shit. You know? So to see me, this old goon-ass nigga from the motherfucking hood, did gangbang, sold drugs, all that old other shit. You know, turn around and help to lead protests. I help with the band of brothers that was and the sisters that was together, that stood together, that helped get the bill passed so that you can get more than one felony expunged in Michigan. You know, that's beautiful. That's like releasing slaves, dog. Think about that shit. In the 13th Amendment, it states that that slavery is abolished except for by punishment. So as long as you're a felon, you're technically a slave according to your constitution. So in Michigan, you can only get one felony expunged. I believe that's in all states. And we protested. My mans, they was doing it for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I jumped down the board. They was doing it for like 18 months. I jumped in and did it with them for like, I don't know, maybe a year. You know, and fuck, it don't matter. We got it passed. We got it passed, baby. You get more than one felony expunged. It falls off automatically like your credit after like 10 years. Of course, there's some statutes, some, you know, stipulations to that shit and everything, man. But the point of the matter is, man, me, a regular ass nigga from the hood, man, just helped to get a lot of slaves free. And that's dope. I helped get 6 laws in my city changed from protests. You know, there was a video that went viral from Lansing, Michigan about a police officer slamming a little girl's leg in the door. You know, and I helped take a stand on that shit, man, me and my mans. And we made some noise, man. We made some noise. You know, I spread the message. I ran for city council for my city. You know what I mean? And I showed them, like, look, dude, I got like 4 or 5 felonies. And, you know, I haven't been in trouble in over 20 years. And that's what made me qualify, because you can't be in trouble for 20 years. You know, so I was like, I got 4 or 5 felonies. I did this and that and the other. You guys want to have a voice. Well, this is how we have a voice. This is how we speak loud and clear. You see what I'm saying? And I showed them that anybody can do it. You don't have to be. I'm on Facebook smoking weed, everything. The newspaper. Yeah, I mean, City Pulse is the name of the newspaper in Lansing, Michigan. boycott they motherfucking ass for real, for real. They ran me through the fucking mud, and I was really just trying to spread this powerful message to my people. I wasn't trying to win. I only had like 30 days, dude. I only had like 30 days to do what these other politicians had to do in a year. You see what I'm saying? And I live in the capital city. I don't live in a little bitty ass city. It's smaller. It's like 200,000 people, 150, 200,000 people. But still 150, 200,000 people. It's still a lot of people to reach in 30 days. You feel me? You can't walk door to door and knock that many doors in 30 fucking days. It's not happening. You know, 45 days, whatever it was no more than 45 days, you know. And these people had a year to do this shit, not to mention majority of them was already known. Except for like one or two people, and the one or two people that wasn't known, I wasn't even running against. I was running against known people. You see what I'm saying? And I made a lot of fucking noise, a lot of noise. It was people that was just like, dude, this dude, he all over Facebook, he live, he going down there hollering at the House of Representatives, Sarah Anthony, and, you know, shout out to her, man. She's a beautiful woman, beautiful, and I'm not just talking about her looks. I'm talking about her heart, her esteem, her drive. Oh my God, she's a powerful, powerful representative, state representative for the state of Michigan. Anyway, like, I'm just talking to every fucking body. Everybody, you know what I mean? I'm like I said, I'm not changing myself. I'm smoking weed. I'm all on Facebook, nigga this, nigga that, and I did good. When I tell you I did good, baby, I did good. I did not change myself, and I showed my community that you don't have to be this old bachelor degree person. I got a degree, and I ain't mention that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a bachelor's degree. I got 1.5 million certifications and a degree in medical office administration. That's it. You see. That fucked people up too. Like, what? You got a degree in what? Yes, I got a degree. You know, it fucked people up because look at me. Look how I am. Look how I was raised. You see what I'm saying? They be like, you know, I open my mouth to speak like this nigga. Yeah, I start talking. They like, oh shit, this brother deep. Yeah, I got you. I had you. You know, anyway, my whole thing wasn't to get a spot on city council. Definitely wasn't to get a spot on city council. It was to show our people how to have a voice, how to speak, how to build from within, you know, and without. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to get little, basically, like where I come from, it's like a lot of black people, a lot of white people, a lot of mix. It's a lot of diversity. So you really can't, you can do a Black Wall Street, but it's so many other people. It's just like, look, man, let's just do a community Wall Street. You see what I'm saying? Let's put this together and do this as a community, But I don't know. It's hard to get people together, man. You know, it's hard to get people together to do something to create growth in your community where there is none. You know what I mean? Where they ain't just offering it off to you. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to just put that together here. It's a little easier in other places, but it's hard to put that together here, man. And that's just real life. But as fucked up as I be, and as much as I be wanting to just quit and just leave this shit alone, I can't help but to have faith in my people, man, that we'll be okay, that we'll make it, you know, together, that we'll cross that threshold together, you know. A lot of them think I'm weirdos now and shit because I do the tarot thing, and I ran, you know, they separated themselves from me because I ran for city council, so now I'm this fucking politician, you know what I'm saying? They treat me like some of these niggas treat me like a cop or something. It's like, dude, you lame as fuck. I'm out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's just some of them, you know. It's not like they treat me like a cop, like you might snitch or some shit like that. They treat me like, well, dude, you're a politician now, so you're not really one of us. And it's just like, dude, man, if you only fucking knew. If you only fucking knew. Y'all motherfuckers more politicians than I am, trust. You know, when it come to y'all telling me, shit, you can't be doing this and that around for city council. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, shit, you know more than I know. You the politician, dog. You know what I'm saying? Run. You know, but, you know, it sounded like I was being no smart ass and all that shit, but that was the message. That was part of the message. That was the point. You feel me? And now this term that's coming up, I believe there's like a lot of people running as opposed to just a couple people and the incumbents. You see, there's a few people running. There's few people in my inbox. There's few people asking me to run for mayor. Like, fuck city council, dog, run for mayor. You know, I'm tempted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted, man. But the one thing that my people have to realize is that it's not who's in the office. It's about who goes down there and who asked for things. It's about what we ask for. If we don't ask for shit, we don't get shit. It doesn't matter who's in office. Look at black people. When Obama was in office, we didn't get a whole lot of shit for it to be a whole black president for 8 years. We didn't get a whole lot of shit as black people. But at the same time, we didn't ask for shit. We didn't ask for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. So so say I make it on city council, or I make it as a mayor, you know, and then my people don't come down and ask for shit, so nothing changes. I got to deal with the same 15% of Lansing, Michigan that comes down there and asks for shit. You see what I'm saying? And if it's the same people asking for shit, then you deal with the same things. You see what I'm saying? So if my people don't never ask for shit, and I don't have no paper trail to prove that they came down there and asked for something, or, you know, this petition, that petition has been put together on the behalf of my people, if they don't do that, then nothing changes, and then I look like a sellout. So yeah, I'm not a sellout. I'm not even with the shit. But tarot, yeah, this is my journey. Tarot, man, it's dope. I've gotten into birth charts and all that. You know, I'm actually pretty good. Like, I'm new, man. This shit just comes natural. It comes natural. My journey comes natural, and I feel so more at ease, so more at peace. I do readings. I do a few different kinds of readings. I do birth chart readings as well. I'm working out my pricing and all that shit, because I'm getting good, man. I'm getting good, and I really am shorting myself, you know. Especially if I want to do this full time, and I do want to do this full time. I'm going to put my merch out there and everything, you know, and I don't know. I gotta make it so that it's feasible, so that can happen. But the one thing that I promise you is that I'm good. I'm good at this shit. I don't even know how. Nobody taught me anything. I didn't follow it like a motherfucker. None of that shit. I just started doing it. One thing granted given is the Wildwood Tarot does have one word at the bottom of each card, just about. In I can't say that really helped me though. You know what I'm saying? I mention a word, but then I go in and talk about what's in the picture, what's in my heart, what's in my mind. I ran to another deck. I got it at Five Below. You can go to Five Below and get a deck for $5. You see what I'm saying? It's got the starter deck, and it's supposed to train you and all that shit. It's got a word. It got a few words at the bottom. I pulled that joint. I ain't reading that one motherfucking word. I was just doing that shit, man. It just kind of just is what it is. I'm trying to learn the meaning so I can pull out the deck that says 5 of Wands and it's only 5 goddamn sticks on the picture. You see what I'm saying? I do want to get to the point where I can pull out the playing cards and be able to do that shit. You know, the regular Trump playing cards. I actually believe I might just be that good now, but I just haven't tested myself. I haven't tried, but, you know, but I do want to be that. But in the meantime, it's like, and if I did the playing cards, like how up against somebody who does regular tarot and did the playing cards, our readings would come out different because the cards have different meanings. So that'd be interesting to see. That'd be pretty dope. Anyway, I just want to share a little bit of my journey with you guys, let you guys know what it is that I be on, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that type shit. Holla at your boy, man. Much love, much light, much peace, much blessings. I'm sitting in this car. It's cold as fuck outside. You guys see it's dark now. It was just getting to be dusk and shit when I tapped into y'all. But it's cold as shit out here, and I'm just sitting out here. I'm warm as fuck in this car, but I'm just chilling, burning gas, kicking it with you guys. Man, I love where we've come to, and I definitely love where I see us going. All right? Tarot King the Prophet. This is another Crown King Tarot presentation. Love you guys, all right? Holla at your boy.